It's so exciting. Just this pullover has got me so hype again, getting out and stretching my legs.
For some reason, our water isn't working. Google doesn't know that we're both towing big trailers. Okay, Google.
We're sitting at about 45 liters per 100 kilometers for the uphill. Good morning and welcome to the vlog, everyone. Today is going to be an interesting day for us here. We're about to do, it says 5 and almost half hours on Google Maps of driving with the trailer and with a little baby. It's probably going to take us a little bit longer, but we're going to really go through what it's like as a first-time trailer tower towing a hitch to back 30-foot trailer. It's a 267 bunkhouse model, but with the hitch and everything, it comes out to 30 feet. We're towing with a Ford F-150 King Ranch, and I've only ever towed a trailer from where we live in Salmon Arm, BC, down to Omak here to start off our USA road trip. So this is gonna be our biggest day of driving, and it's also my first back-in campsite. It's been a big change coming from a Class C motorhome to go into this lovely trailer setup. It was great here. If you've seen the previous vlog, we really enjoy it so far, but we'll keep you posted. Stay tuned, and we'll see how life on the open road, finding gas stations and the whole 9 yards works out here for us coming up. Looking forward to it.
So we just left our full hookup RV park that we were at there, and we decided we may as well put some water in our freshwater tank because the campsite that we're going to next, it does have full hookups, but we found out that the water's turned off for the winter, so we didn't want to arrive with no water, obviously. And I don't know, whenever we were in the motorhome, we didn't care if we drove around with a full tank of water, but our water tank in the trailer is 80 gallons, so we obviously don't want to be traveling around with 80 gallons of water. I think that works out to like an extra 800 pounds, which we really obviously just don't need to be driving around with 800 extra pounds in our trailer. So we just filled it up to less than a third full, and that'll just get us through tonight with the campground that we don't have water at. And then the next campground that we have booked, they do have water turned on in one area, so we can go and fill up there, and yeah, we'll be good on water then. And like Luke said before, this is going to be, I think, our biggest travel day that we have on this whole trip ever. Like over 5 hours, which we didn't really want to go over 5 hours, but it's just the one day. We hit the road early, and I don't know, Chloe's doing all right so far, so hopefully she does well for the next little bit. It's also a really easy drive. The roads are dead out here, and they're just like straight so far with like nobody on them, so that's pretty good. But near the end of this drive here, we are going to be going up some mountains, so we'll see how the truck and trailer does with that. Wow, we found this absolutely gorgeous pull-off on like the side of the road with the canyons all around us and the river, and it's beautiful. And it's also getting to be lunchtime. Also, Chloe woke up from her nap and she was getting a little antsy. Not super angry yet, but just a little antsy. So we figured it's a good time to pull over, stretch the legs, get a bite to eat.
Yeah, and it's such a good spot too. I mean, it's been a pretty straight drive up until this point, so it's pretty easy going, but now we have a beautiful spot, all these pullovers everywhere. There's so many pullouts, which is great, and passing lanes, so you can go nice and slow to pull up to one. People can go around you if they need to, and with a view like this, why not take advantage of it? I think we've been on the road for like an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. The gas station I have potentially marked out that we're going to use as a truck stop that looks really RV friendly, about another hour and a half from here, so we'll go to gas there, stretch our legs again. And then it should be another 2 hours and a bit still after that to get to the next campground we're going to. This is all so new to us, and it's so exciting. Just this pullover has got me so hype again, getting out and stretching my legs. It feels so good to be in the USA. If you didn't see the last video again, we crossed the US border, and there was a lot of anxiety and planning going into that, hoping they'd be accepting and accommodating for us being like 100 days of RV travel in the US. But we're in, we're loving it, and now we're gonna eat.
So being that we still have quite a ways to go and I wanted it to be as easy as possible, we got some leftovers from dinner last night that me and Chloe are gonna snack on, and then Luke is gonna make us some smoothie as well, and that should be good for now. We also have snacks in the truck for everybody, so we should be good until our next stop at the gas station. Okay, it's time to get back on the road. We noticed for some reason our water isn't working. We never tested the water pump or putting water in the fresh tank and using it before we left this morning, but yeah, it's not working. So I'm assuming there's not enough water in our tank to actually work. We thought that we filled it quite a bit. Luke was out there filling it for quite a while, but we also noticed that the RV park that we were at, it had really low water pressure, so maybe there was just not as much water going into the tank as we would have assumed. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna find a water fill before we get there, or if we're just gonna live with having water, like if they have water at the bathroom and stuff, and we're right beside the bathroom, so we can just fill up some jugs and get by with that, I guess. But yeah, back on the road, another couple hours to go.
So we never actually touched on it, but the reason why we're doing such big driving days is we're still just getting into the start of spring here now. We want to head somewhere south so that we already de-winterized at Omak, but we want to get where it's warm. We don't have to worry about any freezing. It's actually 15 degrees out here right now that we drove through Moses Lake, and it's supposed to only get warmer and warmer. By the time we get down to St. George, Utah, they're calling for like 30-degree weather possibly, so we're expecting to get real warm real quick. And another reason we're going quick besides the heat is Chloe's birthday is approaching, and we wanted to do Disneyland for Chloe's birthday. Wow! She'll be turning 1, and we thought what better way to go to Disneyland for the day and enjoy that with her. So we managed to line everything up. That's why we've been so busy and rushed over winter, was getting the Class C motorhome sold, getting the trailer and everything lined up. And then we want to get down to Disneyland for Chloe's birthday. So it's happening quick, but we're gonna get down to Disneyland, and then we got so many national parks and good things to do as well that it's gonna be a great time to travel. Okay, we've made it to North Corners gas station here. Chloe's getting her stretch in, filling up, and then we're gonna be going down Kennewick way, but instead of going through Kennewick, I think it's the Highway 730 we're gonna take. Less traffic, goes along a river, looks real nice, but this is like the perfect just truck stop on the side of the road gas station. Whole lot of semis, whole lot of gas pumps, and we're ready to fill up. How we doing, babies?
What did you say your fuel mileage was?
I think we're getting around 27 liters per 100 kilometers right now, which is also what it was from Canada down, so the flat's been pretty consistent so far. I'll reset it after this fill up here, and we'll see what it is over the mountain range, and we'll see if the hills change it up at all, but that's not bad, I guess.
Okay, we're all packed up and ready to hit the road again. I did want to talk a little bit about our towing setup because I don't think we've ever really mentioned too much about it. We're towing with a Ford F-150, and it's the King Ranch, and it has, I guess, some kind of towing package in it, or like it's meant for towing because it has a built-in brake controller, and then all of the settings in the settings menu where you can adjust your brake gain and all that kind of stuff. And we also of course have a weight distribution hitch that we've added. It's a current equalizer hitch that is rated up to 10,000 pounds, which is more than we need, but we wanted it because it has built-in 4-point sway control too. So it's nice having the sway control on a windy day or whatever, so the trailer is not like wagging behind you, but also it's built in, so you don't need to add the extra sway bar and install it and adjust like the tension on it or anything. It's all just built in, so you just pop the arms on, attach the hitch when you're hooking up, and it's good to go. So really happy that we have that set up, and I feel like we're pretty safe towing. We wanted to go on a scale at some point to see how much we actually weigh and what kind of weight is on each axle, and make sure that the weight distribution hitch is like set up optimally, but it seems really good towing right now. It's really level while it tows, so that's a good sign, and it pulls great, so really happy about that.
We're just trucking along here. We got our gas a while back. We're officially in Oregon now. Woo woo! And Google Maps lady keeps telling us to take like a left down this small windy road. Take a left here. But we got passed by this semi-truck guy a while back and we went along the beautiful Columbia River. And then the semi-truck guy, I think, is probably taking the same mountain pass route we are. And we're like, you know what? Follow the trucker. He knows what he's doing. I trust you truckers of the road. So hopefully this guy is actually heading the way we're going. It's still pretty right.
Sharp left onto Baxter Road, County 1246
Quarter
Road.
mile sharp left. Maybe he'll take that one. He's got the right track in mind. I think he's on the same page our Google Maps is. So fingers crossed this trucker doesn't lead us somewhere sketchy.
I mean, he's not going to lead us anywhere sketchy because I'm watching the map and it's just funny to see.
Quarter mile, turn right. In a quarter mile, turn left onto County.
Hey, be quiet!
Turn right, turn left. Google lady.
It's just funny because we saw him turning a signal on to turn left and then he saw it was just a small road and then he just kept going straight. So it's funny how he's just following Google as well, but Google doesn't know that we're both towing big trailers. Okay, Google, we're gonna go to the freeway.
Big rigs on the road and putting the hammer down.
Hey, he's going the same way we are.
Yeah, so is this guy too, apparently.
Oh man.
Let's all go.
Take the next left onto US 395 South, North 1st Street.
Okay, so we're just starting heading to go up this hill here, just on the other side of Pendleton, up into the Emigrant Springs Heritage Area Campground that we're going to be spending the night at. We've been told that it's a pretty big hill from Luke's grandparents, and we're curious to see what our fuel mileage is going to say going up this hill. We've just reset it in Pendleton, so we'll see what it comes out at. It should be fairly crazy.
Okay, we're at the top of the mountain range for the most part here, I think now. I looked at it on Google Maps and satellite view and it really didn't look like that steep, but that was actually pretty crazy. It's a beautiful view, but it was a raceway up there of 3 lanes, semi-trucks all on the far right with hazards, and semis passing semis in the middle, but they're passing the other semis doing like 40 miles an hour. So we had to go into the far left lane a few times, but truck crushed it. We were doing like 50 miles an hour around some of the corners and stuff, no problem. And then to get back up to like 60 and whatnot to keep up with the rest of the flow of traffic, did really good. I didn't think we got over 2,500 RPMs at the high end, if that. We're sitting at 65 miles an hour doing 2,100 RPMs on a mild incline right now. So a Ford F-150 towing a total 30-foot trailer with slide and everything. It's a pretty strong truck. It's definitely doing what we need it to do, so that's a relief to see it killing it. I reset the gas back when we were on the flat in Pendleton, and then it started uphill a bit, so there was a bit of flat into the average, but we're sitting at about 45 liters per 100 kilometers for the uphill. We're killing it. We're 8 minutes to our campsite, and I can't wait to back into the campsite and see how it goes.
Well, it definitely wasn't perfect, but we got it done.
Yeah, it's really tight there. When I practiced in the parking lot, you would just like drive forward. I know like you drive forward there, you want your butt to go this way. So you gotta steer the opposite this way and it'll go in. So I did that, but then I was getting a little too close to the branches. So you can't swoop in and then just come back because you can't turn into the snowbank. It's also very snowy in the site. So the site's way smaller than this is like a small site that's become smaller. And it's slippery on the tires, so I had to typically pause it, put it in neutral. I could switch the truck into 4-wheel drive, at least put it in 4 low, because my tires were even spinning on the snow for a lot of that. So
yeah,
we made it work, and this is only here for one night, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I definitely expected some snow up here, but this much snow, not exactly.
Alrighty, well here we are friends, we made it, Emigrant Springs Heritage Area. It's a state park / heritage area, but they have camping here with water hookups and electric, but like Alysha mentioned, the water's just turned off for winter. I hope you can hear me well. One thing to mention is we are on the back side of B Loop here, and that is the noise from the highway. Hopefully it quiets down at nighttime a bit, but those semis and everything are zooming right now. We'll have white noise and stuff going, but you might want to keep that in mind if you're booking roadside. Also, the snow here is crazy, like Alysha mentioned. The site we just fit our trailer and truck backed into, I got her sideways right along the road there, and some of the other sites seemed worse off than we are, and it also makes them a lot tighter, but got backed in pretty good. I feel like I could do better next time, hopefully. I came in a little too close to the tree, like I mentioned. I didn't realize how far wide I could have swung first, but for my first back-in campground site, I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm glad that we're actually doing it. I know a lot of people would think to go from a motorhome to towing a 30-foot trailer with no trailer experience in their whole life would seem like too much of a jump, but I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I mean, I can't let fear hold us back from having all these fun family memories we're gonna have. It's all gonna work out. We're already, I don't know, with the 5 hours today, and then to Omak, that was like 3.5 or 4 or whatever it was already, so we're putting down lots of kilometers, getting to lots of cool new areas, and we're just getting into the entryway of the nice spots. I think we have like, I don't know, you'll stay tuned over summer and correct me if I'm wrong, but like 9 national parks we're gonna be going and seeing or something, camping in a lot of them, a lot of state parks and hookups the whole way through. So if you're into RVing the USA, if you wanna see some really cool areas, you wanna keep us company on the journeys, we do appreciate having you all here. We're gonna jump inside and we're gonna sign off here. Alysha has some quick, easy meals to make for us. She got some freezer food from Walmart just in case a big driving day like this where you want to kick back and relax. So we're going to have some food, get some editing done maybe, and hit the hay. And then we're hooking up right away again tomorrow, pulling out of here already. And then we're driving to a really cool area we have 2 nights at. And that'll be the next adventure. But thank you guys for being here. We really do appreciate having you. We're looking forward to sharing this USA trip. We've been planning this and wanting to do this for a long time and just enjoying all of it. Take care, friends.